What? You clicked on this. The title is what it is. Let's get to it.
It's the virus that has ravaged our nation, tragically claimed its first life.
Kids, do not try this at home unless you're 21 or over and you have enough roommates around you to find your dead body after you die from alcohol poisoning. This is my co-host, Craft Margarita, made with the Sonic ice. I don't know. One of my roommate's dumbass friends bought some ice from Sonic and says it makes good cocktails, so I don't know. We'll try it. So, Joe Biden, he has a condition, okay? He has a stuttering condition, and we're just gonna drink every time this short speech that's unedited gets interrupted by him stuttering, which should be fun. And for those of you who are concerned about me, yes, my liver can handle it. I've been drinking for so long. I've had generations of my family that were just, complete drunks. I have Irish lineage, I have Russian lineage. Basically all of the European white people got together and decided, I like to drink, and that's, thank God, because otherwise I wouldn't exist. So...
Trisha Dowd took her last breath at home under the California sun in Santa Clara. She was 57 years old, a beloved wife, mother, daughter, sister.
Yeah.
Cases, hospitalizations, and deaths spike at record levels.
Well, record levels. That was good.
You won't see this pain if your scorecard is how things are going on Wall Street.
Drink.
But you will see it very clearly if you examine.
You will see it very clearly.
A growing chorus of top economists agree that in this moment of crisis,
Atomic top economists.
with interest rates at
Interest rates.
will prevent long-term economic damage, and the benefits will far surpass.
The benefits will spar out. The benefits will spar each other. I hate those dogs. Strangers give me money so that I don't have to live here anymore.
Before a joint session of Congress, I will lay out my Build Back Better recovery plan.
Wait. Build Back Better, that's not a stutter. That's just the thing that you're calling it. I think I'll just take a drink anyway.
To mobilize more medical teams to get shots in people's arms.
To get shots in people's arms. Yeah, well, where else would you give them a shot in their ass? I don't know.
So we're going to extend emergency nutritional assistance for 43 million children and their families.
For 43 million. Okay. Numbers stutter. Joe Biden, his numbers. Whoa, this ice is so cold that if I blow on it, I can see my breath.
It will also be a bridged economic recovery for countless mom and pop landlords.
Recovery. Cheers to recovery. Clink. Don't mind the toilet that's directly above me.
Includes much more, like an increase in the minimum wage to at least $15 an hour. People tell me that's going to be hard to pass. Florida just passed it. As divided as that state is, they just passed it.
Oh, the minimum wage increase. As my career as a working adult, I've always been paid slightly above minimum wage. Or a few dollars above, and that's just kind of like a marker that I have skills or whatever. And as the minimum wage increases, so do my standards. But one thing to really look at when minimum wage increases is the rent and see how much that increases, because I have noticed in my state of Washington, has been increasing their minimum wage for years now. And the rent has been insane. It's been skyrocketing. Like, I don't really live in an area that's it's becoming more and more desired because the bigger cities are more expensive. But it used to be you could get a studio for like, I don't know, 400-ish a month, 600-ish a month. Now it's like 700. So it's increasing, yeah. Okay, so raise the minimum wage, and then businesses and landlords will just raise the rent because they figure anybody who's working, who can prove that they're working, should be able to pay more in rent. I mean, am I nihilistic or what? Like, I like to pretend like I'm an economist, but maybe I'm not. But I don't know. I just don't feel proud about the past jobs that I've worked, making $9 whatever an hour, because now the minimum wage keeps going up, and it's like, it's harder to gauge how well I've been doing in moving up in the world if the minimum wage increases.
The rest of the country is ready to move as well. It should be a national minimum wage of $15 an hour. No one working 40 hours a week should live below the poverty line.
Okay, there goes the Supreme Democrat, Joe Biden. And I was raised to be a Supreme Democrat, but I'm not quite there. A $15 minimum wage, are you insane? Because, yeah, the minimum wage in the South, or even like Idaho or whatever, is a lot lower. But other things are cheaper too, you know? Like gas. Gas is a lot cheaper. Why is it cheaper? Because people make less money, they can't afford as much, so it's cheaper. What else is cheaper? I don't know. Restaurants and rent and raw materials and everything is cheaper because everything's cheaper there. You know, so if you raise the minimum wage across the country, it will no longer be attractive for businesses to move to certain states because they have a low minimum wage. It's sad, I mean, taking advantage of people with a low minimum wage, that sucks, but I mean, it gives them jobs. I don't know. I mean, should everything be unified or not? Should all the states across the board say a $15 minimum wage is okay? But you see, I'm in Washington State, and the Idaho border isn't far away, and their minimum wage is like, what, $7? It's like, what? That's insane. But you go over there and the gas is 30 cents cheaper by the gallon, so it's sort of like, I don't know. It kind of makes sense. But we live in the United States of America, so if you don't like the shithole that you live in, get a job and save up and move out. Which is kind of a bootstraps mantra, but $15, no matter what, no matter where you are and what economy you're in, what state economy you're in, that's kind of insane. Okay, District of Columbia, which isn't even a real place, it's just where the capital is, has a minimum wage of $15 an hour, so they figured it out. But I don't know, I hear the crime rate is really bad there, so I'm gonna have to speed him up speed him along because I can't just keep listening to this. Whoa, I did the opposite.
American manufacturing was the arsenal of democracy in World War II. It will be so again. Imagine the future.
That is the future that we should look forward to, because he didn't mention how much of our shit actually comes from China and how dependent we are on the Chinese economy. We don't mention that, but we mention it in a very subtle way. Yeah, but see, the problem is the $15 minimum wage versus having things made in America doesn't go well together. You know, you're essentially trying to make two people that hate each other fall in love and get married. That's kind of economically, that's kind of what you're trying to do. $15 minimum wage and also everything's made in America. Like, do you know how expensive all of our shit would be just to get like a fucking TV or a thing of Tupperware, just any kind of bullshit that you'd order online that's made in America? Man, the minimum wage would fucking kill that. Yeah. How do we compete with China? I need to drink more to think about that.